Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three things. Palace 0, Everton 0 at Selhurst Park. Frustrating in terms of the result because of the other Leicester, really. Obviously, the Leeds result was and the Forest result were good results for Everton, given the rivals didn't get any points. Leicester have come from behind to win, and that's knocked Everton back into the bottom three. And you wonder how many more opportunities Everton are going to get to drag themselves away from it. And maybe today was one of them, and we didn't do it. First thing I'm going to talk about is Nathan Patterson, who didn't get on the pitch again today. I don't understand Sean Dyche's thinking, to be honest. I really don't. With this one, Ben Godfrey coming last week for, I don't know why, he was put at right back, having had a bit of a mare at United the week before at left back, rather than just playing Nathan Patterson. And this week, I don't understand why Mason Holgate got the nod over Patterson, and Holgate's eventually being sent off, so he'll be suspended for the next one. And Patterson didn't even get on when Holgate went off. Godfrey come on. I just don't understand what the manager is thinking. Patterson should be the person that takes over from Seamus Coleman. He started the season really well. Okay, the middle of the season a little bit bumpy. He's still learning his trade, but he's got energy, athleticism. He can attack. And maybe that was it. Maybe the manager wants a defensive fullback. Maybe he doesn't want his fullbacks getting forward and joining in. But it frustrated me a little bit, particularly because we know what Mason can be like, and he proved it. He proved it with his first booking was harsh. It was a foul. It wasn't a booking. But once he's on that booking, and he'd already got himself involved a couple of times, once he's on the booking, you know what is coming with him. He's done it before. And you can't afford to give anyone an advantage, and that's what happens. So it just frustrates me when you should be setting a team up to try and build a side, and if you've got a right back who's a right back, play the right back at right back. Don't be playing centre halves there rather than your specialised right back. So I just don't understand that personally, but there you go. Second thing I want to talk about is the situation we're in. Games might be what kill Everton, and as obvious as that sounds, Captain Obvious there, we're just running out of them, and we're running out of opportunities. We've had, for me, Spurs at home was there for the taking. They were poor on the night. Abdoulaye Doucouré kind of put pay to the win there with the red card, but that was an opportunity. Forest away, big opportunity to win that game, blew it. Fulham at home, huge opportunity against a team who were at the flip-flops were on the beach, blew it. And today, against a decent Palace side in good form, just the way the game petered out, it was there. If you had that little bit of extra, that little bit of desire to go and win it, I think Everton could have got all 3 points today. They were just a little bit off it, Palace. And therefore, that's why I think it's a missed opportunity today. And I'm not sure, when I look at the rest of the fixtures, how many more of them we get. I see Newcastle on Thursday, really tough, but at home with the crowd, hopefully that can invigorate us. It's going to be a tough game, and they've got Spurs tomorrow, especially if they beat Spurs. They're going to have the bit between the teeth for that Champions League place. And you can see them beating Spurs, can't you? Let's be honest. And then we've got Leicester away, which has now become a huge match. Leicester go to Leeds midweek. And at the moment they're above us on goal difference. If they go to Leeds and win, and we don't beat Newcastle, then there's a cushion there. We've got to hope and pray that they play a draw out in that one. So that's a huge game, Leicester away. And then Brighton away is a horrible game, because they're a really good side. It's a really, really tough match for Everton. And then City at home is another one where you look at and you can't see any points. And then you've got, obviously, you go to Wolves, who, all right, aren't great, but I think they will stay up. they've got a bit of a gap on us anyway. Well, he will stay up. And then obviously you've got Bournemouth at home the last game. And when you look at those games like that, you're looking at it going, where are the opportunities to get points from? Where are we getting these points that pull us clear of this fight, this pack? And when you look at it, it's difficult because we've had games, like I've just mentioned, there was 4 I've just mentioned, where there was opportunity. And we got a point in 3 of them and lost the other one. And really, we should be talking about at least 2 victories in those, at the very least. And we only got 1 of them. So that's what I'm worried about. I'm looking and I'm thinking, have we got a win in us? Or have we got a little bit of being able to get something? Can we go to Leicester in a big game and get over the line? Don back will help. More on him in a minute. Others have got to get involved. And then the manager's got to be brave. The manager has got to be brave and get that team on the front foot, because we don't want to. If we're going to go down, we better, don't go down on a whimper. Go down fighting, swinging. And we're seeing that with some other teams. Forest have gone to Anfield today and scored twice. Leicester have had that win today. Southampton were 3-1 up on Friday at Arsenal and 2-0, and probably should have seen the game out, conceding in the 100th minute. So it just feels like there's chances for us to really help ourselves are slipping away. But there is still games left. There's 6 games, and while there's 6 games, there's a chance. Finish on a more positive note. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was back today. He managed 86 minutes or something before Neil Maupay replaced him. But that's another story. But he didn't look happy to be coming off, actually. He was shaking his head at the manager. I think he was a bit frustrated not to just do it because there was an opportunity. But it was great to see him back. He makes a big difference to us. He's a physical presence. He was involved, like I said. He almost produced an unbelievable bit of skill. Well, he did produce a brilliant bit of skill with the finish. If he'd have put that in, what a goal that would have been. He had a couple of efforts in the first half. Like I say, he was a handful. He's holding things up, winning headers. Just makes a big difference to us. And hopefully he can be that deciding factor that preserves our Premier League status. It is a big thing to get him back, and people can snipe at him, or people can, people are frustrated with him, and I get it. I understand that. I'm not sitting here saying, I've been frustrated with him. You want him fit, you want him in the team, but he is there, and he can be a difference maker, and we need him to be a difference maker if we're to stay up. It's a big ask. It's getting harder week by week. He can be the difference, and Thursday at Goodison, we've got to get him the right service and then go from there. And if he can get himself 2 or 3 goals, they could just be key goals before the end of the season. 2 or 3 goals before the end of the season, not necessarily 2 or 3 goals against Newcastle. He could be the big difference for us to whether we are relegated or whether we stay up. Moving forward, we've got to do better. We've got to be better. We've got to build a better team. We've got to have a better structure. We've got to play better football than what we're getting right now. Just right now, all that matters is getting the points and preserving our status. And if we don't preserve our status, then what matters is the recruitment. Getting all of these shipped out the door, because most of them won't want to stay, and replacing them with adequate replacements, lads who are hungry and want to do it, lads who have got goals in them, lads who want to create an attack and go after, trying to get this club on the front foot. But Dominic Calvert-Lewin will certainly help. It was great to see him back. Great he's done so long. Let's hope he can stay fit for the final 6 games and fire Everton to safety. It's a big ask. It's a big ask for him. Others have got to help. But I'd rather have him available every week than not. So it was great to see him back. Right, that's my 3 things from a slightly frustrating 0-0 draw. Listen, overall, like I said, we did beat Fulham last week. It'd be a good point. We didn't, and therefore, to me anyway, only my opinion, remember, it feels like it's 2 points dropped. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. To share that view, or do you think I'm being harsh on that? Let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.